Now, one thing else I love about this mouse is the buttons. But what? The buns? Where did that come from? The buttons. Hey guys, how's it going? It's me, Richie Plunker from the Puppet Geek, and today guys, I'm back again with another video from the CMStorm series, and that's the CMStorm Reaper. Now this is pretty much a gaming mouse. Now, you know, as you would know, I'm sort of slowly getting on the train of the PC gaming. I used to be a heavy PC gamer back in the day. Yeah, I don't even know how long that was. Practically before I got my Mac, you know, when I started doing a lot of design work, a lot of video editing, you know, I got my Mac and I sort of put that behind me. You know, I really stopped upgrading my PC, and it was taking a lot of time and money, that is, until you know, I slowly was given a PC, and you know, slowly getting back into it. The games, you know, the people, the community is slowly coming back to me, and I'm loving the accessories what come with it, because as you would know, I love headphones, keyboards, anything tech related. I love it, and if it comes with a PC, even better. Now, one thing about this is, as you'll see here, is I have my current mouse that I actually use with my Mac, and I actually use this for everything really. I actually use this even with my PC. I take the little dongle out, plug it in there, and I use it for both because I love this mouse. Now this is the Logitech Performance MX mouse. It's quite an old mouse. It's been, you know, in the market for a while, but one thing I love about this is that it's just amazing, like in terms of design, functionality, and just the way it just works. Now this Performance MX mouse, they say it can use on, I think it has this dark field thing. Not that I'll ever use it on glass, but apparently it can be used on glass, because as you know, with lasers, it's not going to be as great. But one thing about this is it fits really nice in the palm of my hands, and it has all the buttons and all the bells and whistles, everything that I need, even for a gaming mouse, even though this mouse isn't designed for that purpose. Now, one thing, you know, when going to this mouse was, I've tried numerous gaming mice before, and you know, I love them, I hate them. It's not really my thing, just because it doesn't really fit in my hands. You know, I love something that I can actually grab, and that's something the Performance MX mouse does for me. It's something that my palm can sort of, you know, rest on, and it just feels really smooth. And with the Reaper, straight away when I took it out of the box, plugged it in, put my hands on top of it, it felt really, you know, similar basically. Now it is slightly lower, but it cups my hand really well, and that's something I really like. You know, I'm not hovering, I'm not, you know, giving any tension on my wrist or anything like that, because even though I'm getting, you know, into really in depth besides the gaming, you know, if you're playing long amounts of games, you know, you don't want to, you know, hurt your wrist or anything like that. Even though, I mean, yes, even though you're gaming, you can get a sore wrist from doing numerous things as well. But this mouse right here is extremely well designed. I love it. I love all the button layouts on here. It has a similar button layout as the Performance MX mouse. It has a little clutch button that they like to say right here on the side. So where your thumb is, it actually sits just about there, which is really nice. Now the wheel itself, the scroll wheel, it's a bit, it is a button as well, but it is solid metal, and I'm not too sure it's because that it's actually, you know, a solid piece of metal, so it's heavier, but it feels really rigid. Like when moving it, it's not as smooth, but at the same time, when actually playing games with this mouse, especially you know, FPS games, this actually has a click button right here, so you can sort of make it as an infinite scroll where it just keeps scrolling, or you can turn it on and then it does, you know, the little clicks. Sometimes when I have it on the infinite scroll, it's just like I'm scrolling through my different weapons, and all of a sudden it's like bang, 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 going through all my different weapons. So I guess it's a great thing that it's sort of not as loose, but sometimes when gaming, it sort of feels stiff and you accidentally press the button because, you know, you're sort of not getting that response from it. But don't get me wrong, it still works fine. It's just one of my preferences from it that I found really not as, you know, it didn't work for me basically. Now what's really great about this is that it has an 8200 DPI sensor in here, so it's, you know, you're going to get really precise accuracy with this mouse. Now as you can hear here, I'm going to put my mic down here. Now my Logitech MX mouse has gone through a lot, so the pads on it is quite a bit rough, and it's on a sort of just a solid surface right here. But take a listen at this. Really smooth. I mean, if you have this on a gaming mat, man, you know, unless you're a really shit player, you know, you cannot miss with this mouse. Even it's all about the player, but sometimes it does help to have really great accessories with it as well. Now, what makes this you know, Reaper mouse really special is, besides it's from the CMStorm range, which means this aluminium plate right here is detachable, so you can actually customize it to certain colors. You can etch it, do whatever you want with it. Unfortunately, this is the only plate that you do get. It would be great if they actually had more plates, even though there isn't much of a market out there, but it would be nice if they just added an extra plate in the box, just in case you want to flick between two different colors, two different clans. I don't know, it's up to you. But one thing I want to talk about is that it does have inbuilt, you know, like programmable functions in here, which is great, and it's directly inbuilt into the mouse itself. It has inbuilt memory, which is really nice. You can set different presets, which means you can set multiple macros on this mouse itself. It runs through the CMStorm software, which is great. You know, I loved it on you know, the keyboard and all the other accessories which actually use that software. With this though, how it works is it doesn't need the software to actually work. You can actually run it all through the mouse itself. So that means if you go out, program it, go to a LAN party, go to another computer which has the same game, take this mouse with you, you can reuse all those presets, which is really great. Now, you know I'm a sucker for LED lights, and this mice has them all. It has a little LED bar on the top here. You won't see as much because your palm's going to be covering it, but when you do have it set down on your desk, you'll be able to see it just sort of, you know, pulsating and doing its thing. But what's really cool is it has two little LEDs up the front here, like headlights, which is really cool. You won't be able to see it here, but I'll try to take some footage of it separately, you know, in my room, which you can actually see it working. I find that, you know, slightly pretty cool. It's pretty nice. You know, obviously gamers love wired mice. You know, they love them. Me personally, I love wireless mice. I know it's sort of like wireless wired. Oh my god, you know, it's like a real war between headphones, wired and wired, or wired and wireless, and the same thing with mice as well, and even keyboards. The whole thing having that extra millisecond, you know, gap, you know, which I don't see myself. I don't know, maybe it does actually have that extra, you know, gaming thing when you actually use a wired mouse. I don't know. What's your preference? I would love to see something like this though, wireless. It would be really cool if they had some sort of docking station as well, like other stuff like from Razer. They've done something similar like that. Would be pretty cool to see Cooler Master do something like that, but we're yet to see something on the market from Cooler Master to this standard at least. Anyway guys, thanks again for watching. This has been the review of the CMStorm Reaper mouse. Hopefully I didn't go for too long, even though it's just some mice, and I've watched a few other reviews out there on the internets, and they do go for quite a while and they're quite in-depth. But I like to be just, you know, right there on the point. Hopefully if you do have any other questions about this mouse, I can't even say it, mouse, I have no clue what to say. Leave a comment down below, and hopefully I can answer your question to my best of my abilities, and hopefully you'll be getting a new gaming mouse. Thanks again guys, I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya. Guys, how's it going? It's me, Richard Punk from the Puppet Geek, and today guys I'm here again with something a bit different this time, and we're looking at the Marvel Milestone statue. Now this particular you know, model is, I think it's the Avengers one. I'm not